every time. What is up, PurpleHaze Nation? It is Vante Poems back with another episode of PurpleHaze at Night, but you already know what it is in the biz because I'm not here by myself. All right, we also have three kings with me that grew up and threw up with me. I know these guys. I know these kings. Who we got starting from left to right? Let's go.
What's going up, Purple Haze at Night? It's your boy Ibn, aka Ibington, aka Unleash Bunun. Follow me on Instagram. Yes, sir.
It's Jules B3. My name is Julius, Jew Black. And let's get it started today.
Jew Black is in the cut. Who else we got?
What's good, Purple Haze? It's Tabo, aka Top Busy. Let's get this show on the road, man.
Yeah, Tabo. All right, listen. So before we get started, real quick, something good that happened to you in the last week. I'll go first. Put myself in the hot seat. You know, I've been thinking about my kids and generational wealth lately. And, you know, just want to make sure, like, if I ever die, my kids are set. And, you know, life is precious. You never know. And life is short. So I recently signed up for life insurance. So, you know, if something happened to me, my kids are set. You feel me? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Thanks, bro. Tabo, what's good, man?
Yo, something good happened to me. I was trying to think of something, but let's see. Let's see. The fuck? What did I do this week? I'm trying to think. Yo, G, you got something? I'm trying to think of something.
Me and my boy Reese, we came up with these visionary vending masks.
Bro, are you shipping to Canada though?
We ship to Canada, you know, it comes with a little fee, but you know.
Oh, I gotta pay that shipping fee. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Do what I gotta do, bro. I need one.
We dropped it today, so I got a red colorway and a black colorway. So yes, that's something good that happened to me this week.
No
Yeah,
merch.
I got the braids. That too. Looking like John Morant, Lamar Jackson out here.
You look like Julius.
Watching some NBA highlights. Your Nuggets is looking good, man. That double overtime is crazy.
Sir, this guy seems. Look.
I think we got one more king to hear from. Where you at?
It's good. Something good that happened to me this past week is I met with the people, well, the place that I'm interning with this next semester. So
You met with the people that you're interning with next
yeah.
semester. Okay, that's fire, bro. And that's for basketball?
Nah. So the place I'm interning with is called Sports Performance Institute in Utica. So they train athletes through various sports. So yeah, I'm gonna be working under them. Can't wait to
Wow.
get started.
Congrats, bro. You really in here, man. You really the sports guy now. That's what's up, bro.
Word, I'll be like, yo, Evan, can you work on my knee?
You quick on pause, bro. No.
Pause, yo, pause, man. Go and say some stuff.
It's the John Morant hairstyle, bro. It's the John. Oh, my bad.
I don't get where the group this is that. I just have work on my knee.
I'm just
You gonna work on you.
I don't get
Keep working, bro. Keep
All right,
working.
yeah, keyword.
Yeah, bro, it's okay. Don't worry about it. As you can see, everybody there's always something positive going on. Even if it's just waking up the very next day, that's positive because you just never know. It could be you. No, you just never know. But this next segment though is one of my favorites because you already know my last name is Poems. But
Yes.
not sure what you have cooked up today, but I know it's well done. To going with the flow with Tabo, what's good,
What's up,
bro?
Vante? So for today's for today's poem, I'm actually gonna recite Amanda's Gorman poem. I'm not sure if you've seen the inaugural poem by Amanda Gorman. She was a youth poet laureate speaker for the inauguration for Joe Biden.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was
Yes,
amazing.
yes. I had to read it a few times just to kind of understand it. So why is it working, bro? What is it?
Why are you laughing?
Nah, I don't want.
I'm trying to focus. I'm looking at Julius smirking at Shama. Why is he smirking?
He remember of that Shiggy video. Spoken word people be like, he literally did that today.
For me?
Yeah,
What he said?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He's got excuses, but I don't know shit. Alright, I'm gonna read it now.
All
Jules
right.
gonna keep distracting me.
It's okay, bro.
Alright, the poem is called The Hill We Climb, I believe. The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We learned that quiet isn't always peace. And the norms and notions of what just isn't always just this. And yet the dawn is ours. Before we knew it, somehow we do it. Somehow we weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country at a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming presidents, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge a union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know not to put our future first, because we know to put our future first. We must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. That even as we grieved, we grew. That even as we hurt, we hoped. That even as we tired, we tried. That we'll forever be tied together, victorious. Not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again slow division. Scripture tells us to envision that everyone should sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one should make them afraid. If we're to live up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we made. This is the promise to glade the hill we climb, if only we dare. It's because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith we trust, for a while we have our eyes in the future. History has its eyes on us. This is the era of just redemption. We feared at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. A country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. But one thing is certain, if we merge mercy with might and might with rights, then love becomes our legacy. and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left with. Every breath from our bronze pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will raise from the gold-limbed hills of the west. We will rise from the windswept northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked south. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. In every known nook of our nation, every corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge. Battered and beautiful, when day comes, we step out of the shade, aflamed and unafraid. The new dawn bloom as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. That was probably the longest poem I've ever read.
Yeah, you did it justice, bro.
So
Now,
now,
I watched that. I watched the whole inauguration live.
mm,
Beautiful inauguration. I liked it a lot. Matter of fact, this inauguration, and we're gonna talk about the poem in a second, it made me a little bit dip into more on politics. I've been watching nothing but like news. What is he doing in the first 100 days? But most importantly, I'm sorry, say the poet's name again one time for the people, Tabo.
Amanda Gorman.
Amanda Gorman. The name of the poem.
Oh, the name of the poem, I believe it's called The Hill We Climb.
Say it one more time.
The Hill We Climb.
The hill we climbed.
Mhm.
And she's talking about Capitol Hill and the riots and the thugging that went on Capitol Hill, in the state capitol building. It was crazy. It was bananas. I was with,
Bananas.
but that poem was amazing. You know, she had the bright yellow suit on,
Mhm.
the dreads, the red roll around on. Yo, she looked amazing. The poem was amazing. And I think my favorite line was in there would be is like, who don't be afraid to step into the light, don't be afraid to be it, to see it, and don't be afraid to be it.
Yeah, I think that was the last line, right? Was that the last line? Are you
I
talking
don't
about?
know. I don't know if it was the last line. Maybe it was the last line. I feel like it was
It's a
towards.
long poem. You can't really
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a long
pinpoint
poem.
as
It was a very long poem, but I don't know. As I consider myself like a beginner in terms of poetry. It's like to read one of this is like you because it's so long, like you really have to try to break it down into like different sections to kind of fully understand it. I mean, you can understand it just by reading it once, but to fully understand like the metaphors and the imageries and the what makes a poem, I feel like you have to really break that down into sections and just break everything apart, which is hard to do. I haven't done it, but I probably should.
I'll be real with you too. I think in most spoken words, yeah, I have to listen to it or I have to read the words while someone does their spoken word because you don't know. But Amanda Gorman, when I was listening and watching, she wasn't rushing. She was pausing herself. She
Mhm.
was looking, she was reading off, but also making contact with the audience. But most importantly, what I remember is her being able to understand, what she was saying. I knew off bat she was automatically talking about, how great it is to see, um, for her to be up there talking and reciting a poem for a black vice president. And I think she was dope. But yeah, us poets, we like to really dig deep, try to find the behind the reason of a lot of things. But
Facts.
yeah, that was the really dope read, bro.
I feel like I had to rush it though because of the timing purposes and shit. I didn't have any. I wanted to pause in certain times, but I just had to keep reading.
No, yeah, no, you did good too, bro. And plus, you don't have to worry about that. It's not your poem to like. You're still
Yeah.
shouting her out and giving her props, which is a lot.
You guys
Shouts
see
to
that poem?
no.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I was at work.
I was there too.
you should. She was the youngest poet to ever recite a poem, and she's black. And she was the first person to recite a poem. Well, the youngest. She was 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
She went to
legendary.
Harvard.
I was looking at past inaugurations and how the whole crowd was just full of white people. You know, this inauguration was mixed. You had J Lo there, A Rod there, Amanda Gorman, you had Michelle Obama, you had Barack Obama. Uh, it was pretty diverse when you looked into the crowd.
And it's so different too, because of COVID, you can't really people can't really show up like how
Yeah,
we did in the past. So
that
Like
Bernie Sanders
the
thing killed me though.
I like the theme, the main theme of the poem Unity,
mm,
because I like how she basically brought up how we basically all like as a working class, the majority of the working class, we all have these trials and tribulations, but we all should just come together as Americans.
facts.
And yeah, I like that.
I
Yeah,
like how what are you saying, Vante?
I was just gonna just bouncing off what Edmund just said. Yeah, unity was a big part of just the inauguration itself. I don't know if you guys were able to hear Joe Biden's speech, but his whole stance was on unity as well. And every every president before him, Barack, President Bush, Clinton. If you look at their inauguration speech, remember I was doing my YouTubes. They all talked about unity. Donald Trump didn't, however. But yeah, unity is always a big part of inauguration, and this time I believe it. I feel like there we might see a little change. I don't know why, but I feel like it's a good day to be an American. That's something weird to say, but sounds like a good day to be an American. Is there anything else we'd like to say for going with the flow with Tabo on Amanda Gorman's
Nah,
top?
I think you basically just said what I was about to say, so and I don't want to take up any more Julie's this time, so
You're
You
fine.
got the
Go ahead.
mic, bro.
are you good? Nah, you guys said everything, so I appreciate it.
What'd
Yeah,
you
man.
think of the poem?
You know how I think about it, bro. Yeah, it's
We
just
don't know. You gotta say it.
Yeah,
I feel like when I read the poem, when I first heard it, I was like, yo, this is a dope piece, but I didn't fully understand it, to be honest with y'all. So I broke it down, I read it a couple times, and I listened to it a couple times as well to just kind of understand the message behind it. And it goes with what I'm trying to accomplish with what Nomadic Voice is, just unity and embracing cultures. Like what that's what she said. That's what makes like that's I could generally say that I'm proud to be an American citizen because of how diverse it is. Me meeting different cultures and me experiencing different cultures. That was opportunity by me immigrating to America, realistically. And she mentioned that. I was like, that's dope. That's kind of what I kind of, you know, got out of the poem. Just unity in general, like what I was saying. I'm proud to be, an American citizen, and even though we make mistakes, we have the opportunity to fix those matters.
All right, Tabo. Appreciate you, bro.
Of course.
Thanks for reading that. What's up, Jesse Cali girl? What's up, Sauce King? What's good? Respecting hip hop in the chat box. I didn't forget about you. This next segment, we have our special guest coming up. If you are tuned in, you already know who it is. If not, stay tuned in so you do know who it is. Right now, we have Speaking Facts with Jew Black. What's good, bro?
What's up? I'll make this real quick. The word of the day I have is incognate. It's called incognate. It means thoughtless or inconsiderate. So a lot of people in this world are incognate. They're thoughtless and they're inconsiderate. A lot of things that go on, like you could see a positive thing that happened in the world, but why are you looking at me like that? Anyways,
Is that how you spell it? Incognate?
incog is Gitant.
Gitant?
Yeah, incognate.
Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, so like you'll see a positive
I think you pronounced it wrong, bro.
yeah, it's incognito.
incogitant. Okay.
Incognito.
Incogitant. I'm sorry. My apologies, everyone. It's incogitant. But yeah, when you see someone do good, there's always still a lot of bad, negative reactions to it. that's bad. It's terrible that people can be that way. They don't want to celebrate the good. They want to point out the bad. You know, some people do it just for fun, but others really just do it because they have that in them.
Exactly.
So I would just encourage everyone to, when someone is doing something, to encourage them. And if it is something that might be of a negative aspect, maybe just point it out, but not publicly. Maybe privately say something to them. So that's what I have for today.
Well, I always like to ask, how'd you come up with the word? Like,
I try to be different with my words, and I look in the dictionary, the not an actual dictionary, but on the website.
So dictionary.
nah, your words be it, bro. Your words be hitting. Even though you mispronounced this one, bro, I love it. I love where your heart is at, bro. I like this word.
Appreciate you. What is your question, Nicole? We get our guests.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if you still had time that like, have you ever found yourself in a position where you were the one acting incognizance?
I probably have. I'm not gonna say I haven't. I probably have, and I ask God for forgiveness. You know, that's all I can really do. I don't mean to, but sometimes I catch myself. I
Yeah,
can say judging. I would another word could be maybe judging. You know, I'd be like, you know what? Let me.
I think you judge a lot.
I don't think so. I would say I critique, but I don't think I judge a lot.
So let me ask you the question we asked last week. If you have a long time partner, right? A girl, in your case here, and she comes in with the most bright purple hair, and it's time for her to meet your mom. You got to bring her to the crib. You feel me? You're not judging. You're just gonna let her do her, because she just.
I'm gonna critique her.
Let's judge it.
No, it's not. There's a difference.
You just said it's right.
So why are you?
There's a difference. Let's get to our guests.
Let's move on.
Because we messing up this time.
Well, without further ado, we have our special guest here. Not just a special guest. He's new to the show, but not new to our minds. He's a homie from the 315. What's good, Damien?
So
Yeah, brother.
You're muted. You're
Damien.
muted, bro.
Yo, what's good? How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you, bro?
what's up, handsome?
Well, this next part of the segment is I'm gonna do a nice handoff, whoop whoop whoop, to something different with Eben, my guy. And if you don't know who he is, man, he's just not. Julius is not the only one with the vision. You feel me? What's good, Eben?
Good. So on something different with Evan today, we have a special guest, and his name is Damien Nguyen. Damien Nguyen is he is our photographer at Hoopers Rehab. He's been with Nigel since the jump. So you can give him a backdrop on how that has started. You can hit him up, and let's get it going. And if you guys have any questions, you know.
Of course, definitely.
Doing it. So, bro, my first question is like, you know, like we grew up together, like playing basketball and all this, but like, when did you first like started taking photography serious?
I don't know if you guys ever heard of Tumblr. Have you guys heard of that?
The porn
Yes,
site?
I've been using.
No, Tumblr, bro.
Yes, I know what Tumblr is, bro. I've been using Tumblr for years.
Yeah, like back in like 2012. That's when it was like really hot. I think around then, right?
Oh, and everybody was taking those snapback photos.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But like there was like some people on Tumblr that would really take pictures and be like cool, but I never like really dabbled into it because people have people think that photography itself doesn't make a lot of money. So I thought myself the same way that I wouldn't pursue it just because of that same reason. But I got a friend out in Buffalo, I think in like 2017. His name is Jawad, and he works with a lot of people in the music industry. His Instagram name is Made in New York. And then, his work honestly really inspired me, and I just started pursuing photography.
Made in New York.
Was that you met him through college, right?
Yeah, I met him at the University of Buffalo. Yeah, so we were enrolled in the same program called the Equal Opportunity Program. So that's how we met each other.
ELP.
Yeah.
Let's go. I was in ELP.
I'm in here, B.
I'm in C-Step.
Sweeto.
Yeah.
You ended up failing though. Keep it a buck. Shout out
My
to
question
you.
is more like,
He kind of went to.
Okay, a question I have for you is what are your goals for this year? Not just in photography, but just in general.
Well, right now I'm a college student at SUNY Poly, so I'm in my senior year. It's my last semester. I just want to finish strong, and then I definitely want to graduate, finish my bachelor's of science in electrical and computer engineering, and then after that, I'm actually considering on going back to an associate school to get a certificate. It's basically like a trade school, so it's another skill that I could get.
Facts.
So I was gonna go into like Damien because me and Damien go way back to the tree climbing days when I first met him, to whoopsie daisies, playing basketball and shit. And I feel that, through ups and downs and shit, and I feel that Damien, you've always had a very creative mind. Very creative. You did my last photo shoot with the thank but which I haven't posted yet. But you also working into videography, I believe, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you're doing a lot of these different medias in terms of photography, and I feel that you generally enjoy doing it. Am I right? Like
Yeah, for
photography
sure.
and videos. I was gonna say, where do you find yourself in 5 years in terms of photography and your video projects and all that shit? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Honestly, I think there's two different type of spots in terms of like photography that I really want to enter, and like big thank you to like Denvel Brown. I think that's his last name, right? Denvel Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's the first person that I really worked with that pushed my creativity, and because working with him, it made me want to like try to dabble into the fashion industry, because I know that I don't know. It's just like a lot of people dress different. Dressing is another way for people to express themselves, And then another industry that I probably want to get into for sure is basketball. And then Nigel at Hoopers Rehab is really the first person to really let me get my foot through the door trying to do that. So, we've been growing up playing basketball. It's only nice just to, be a part of that type of environment for the rest, like like you said, in 5 years.
Nice. So you're gonna be the one creating those mixtapes for basketball players and shit?
You never know. I want to be. I want to be different though, bro. Honestly, because I want to find what makes my work unique from other people, and I'm still trying to figure all that out right now.
Same boat, bro. Are you making all the hoop mixtapes for Hoopers Rehab?
No, that's actually
Full of Frames, right?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Full of Frames.
Yeah, but let's see. Anybody got any other questions? I've got it.
No, this guy.
I got a question too.
Yeah, Vante.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Damien, bro. Going back to Steuben Park days, man.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Bro, I remember a lot, bro. I remember you was a short dude on the court. You was fast as hell. And you was cool. Of course, I remember everybody I played ball with, bro. We was there. We was right there, Steuben Park, bro. Come on. Now, are you still have an interest in sports and sports alone? I know that you're in association with Hoopers Rehab.
Honestly, I just play sports as a hobby, but when I see Nigel work, like when I first wanted to go to college, at first I wanted to do physical therapy, so that was like something I was interested in, but I wasn't really good at like biology or chemistry, so I didn't really think that it was my thing to pursue. But being around that type of environment, seeing him make advise people to take care of their body, like I do that because of him. Like I really started taking care of my body a lot more. I started stretching and stuff before I work out, and like I work out like 4 or 5 days a week. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty good, bro. That's more than me.
Can you bench more than Julius?
Julius
And
can't bench, bro. He's on the bench.
I wish somebody made guidelines of how to get up off the sideline.
Yeah, we have favorite inspired by True Events Network is in the chat box right now. He said favorite late night show. Let's go.
Much appreciated, man.
Appreciate it.
Much appreciated.
All right. I'll ask you another one of my questions here. So one of your biggest passion, of course, is photography. And am I getting that right?
yeah, I would say so as of right now.
Is you have any other passions that you have?
Honestly, I'm not sure right now, really. Like
Okay.
my goal right now in life is, I want to give everything back to my mother because, she's I would say she's my biggest motivator. She provided everything in my life thus far. And when I get to the spot that where I want to be, I know for sure that she's gonna have everything plus more.
Thanks.
Bro, that's some real shit, bro. I know that, and I know one of my biggest fears is making it big, or catching my big break and my mom not being here. I'm the same exact way. I can't wait to be able to give my mom $300,000 and be like, hey, retire. Oh, here's a new house. Or, you don't have to work another day in your life. You can just chill. You deserve it. So, man, that's really huge of you, bro. And that reminds me of the word of the day. What is it again, Jew Black?
I'm gonna say it wrong. Incognitant, right?
Incognitant.
Incognito.
Incognitant. Forget it.
Incognitant. But you're not just doing it for yourself. You are your biggest self motivator, and I appreciate you, Damien, for coming here on PurpleHaze at night, sharing your story, and we just getting started. Also inspired by True Events said, yeah, Damien, stay locked in. You're on a great path. We see your work, bro. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I think Julius had to say something and I cut him off. Is there something you wanted to say, bro?
Well, I was just gonna ask him just another question. When you it's a two-part question then. Where do you want to travel, let's say once like Corona passes, where do you want to travel to, like your 3 top destinations? And do you feel like you will take some pictures of your touristry there?
Oh man. So that's crazy that you asked that because I think in March of last year I was supposed to go to Greece, but that's when like Corona just really started happening, so they shut down the borders and stuff, so I couldn't even visit. So I don't even want to go to that country no more, like probably forever. So
Forever. Forever, dude.
nah, but I want to go to Maldives. I don't know if you guys seen that seen the country before. It's like
Yeah.
I need a vacation too, bro. What you
Oh,
saying
there's
right
Timothy
now?
De La Ghetto on them.
yeah. And then probably Bali. And like domestically probably LA, that'd probably be the first stop. All you need is
LA?
honestly I feel
Have
like
you been
one
to
small
LA?
trip. Huh?
You been to LA?
No, I haven't. That's why I want to go. Like,
Yeah,
at least once.
Like, we gotta make a trip. Yo, isn't Eddie there?
Yeah, he is right now. Man.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to LA.
Cooking up some beats.
Yeah, he
Cooking
doing
up
he doing
some
big things, man.
beats. If I have a few more questions. All right, these are gonna be popcorn questions. Don't think too hard about it, okay?
All right.
All right, first question. Are you a hunter or a gatherer?
I would say gatherer.
All right, you're a new addition to the cram box. What color would you be and why?
Um, I would say like a neutral tone color, like gray or black. It's just because like I don't like being like the center of attention. You know, I rather be in a cut, and I
Gray.
just watch how people move and stuff. You know what I mean?
Interesting, bro. Gray or black in the bro. Okay. Next question. We finished the interview and you step outside the office and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $10 million. What would you do?
I'd invest it honestly.
Invest it. That's what I'm talking about.
You got,
What do you oh go ahead. I don't want go
no,
ahead.
I was gonna say if you got that type of money, you could always put it somewhere and flip it
Facts, bro. Especially 10 mil.
for sure.
Would you invest all 10 mil, or would you like keep some for yourself, for you and your fam,
He wants
for your
to invest
project,
all
or just
that.
invest all 10 mil into like Robinhood and shit?
Nah, bro. I think honestly,
Yeah.
I'd probably pay off like my mom's bills, my bills, all that type of stuff. And then I definitely get into real estate and other type of investments.
Facts.
Like what
Real
Jew's
estate's
doing.
big.
Shout out to Jew, man. You really a good like. You inspire me, bro, for real.
Ooh.
How? What did I do?
Like with your vending machine business, bro. Like,
Oh,
bro, you was inspiration to the community. If people don't see it now, they'll see it eventually, for real.
thank you. I
Right.
appreciate
Virginia.
you.
Ending. So all
And,
right.
and
I like
let's just give Damien his flowers too. Hoopers Rehab, we just dropped our website, and all the photos that's on that website he did. And he told us like he basically gave us the poses and all that. So he's really like great with all that. So and he did his thing. So
Also,
Appreciate you, bro.
if I haven't said it yet, Damien is also a huge part of the photography for Nomadic Voices. He was a huge help in when we were taking pictures in the summer, and he's also going to be in plan of the events that we have in the approaching summer, which I can't say too much, but he's going to be involved in that as well. So thank you,
I'm
Damien.
gonna try to do some different stuff for you.
Appreciate that, man. Yo, we still gotta do our video thing though.
Oh yeah, bro. Sometime this week, I got you.
Bye. Just hit me up.
Nice.
Can I show that picture that Damien took? That shit on fire, bro.
You showed us one
Oh, yeah.
picture.
What?
Maybe in the group chat.
I'll
Yeah,
show
I don't
you.
know. But another question I would have is never mind. No, that'd be crazy.
go
Nah,
ahead.
that's
You
a
already
crazy
went this
question.
far, bro. What you gotta say?
What fuck are you gonna ask?
Nah, okay. I was gonna ask. Are Spanish people better than Asian people?
What?
Wait, bro.
what does that mean?
Wait,
What's up,
but
big man?
I feel like
Come on,
he,
girls.
I feel like he would know what I'm talking about.
It's not about the chicks.
Nah, bro, I can't answer that, bro.
Okay, it has to be okay. It would have to be off camera. Then.
Yeah, bro. What?
I can be more specific afterwards.
At least you're honest, bro. I respect that.
Hey, that's a good answer. Good question. Good answer to a good question, I guess.
Yep.
Hey, that was a good answer, though.
Nah, cause the Hispanic community, that's what Dame too.
Dame do look kind of Spanish, though. Not gonna front.
You gassing me, bro. Don't do that.
For real?
Okay, like, he definitely Asian, but if you would have been like, yo, but my grandma Puerto Rican, though, I would have believed.
Oh, I got another question.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Who do you think will be the two teams that face in the finals this year?
Yo, that's a good question. I don't even know yet. All I know is Denver looking
Make
scary
an
right now.
educated guess.
I Honestly, yeah, it probably has to be one of the LA teams out in the West and on the East. I don't know. The Nets looking kind of scary right now, so I would probably say Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. Do y'all agree?
I agree with the LA team, of course, but the East could be a toss up at this point. Because I don't know how the Nets is looking. You know what I mean? Like their games,
Bro,
the previous games.
They lost to the Cavs twice
twice.
in a row.
Yeah.
Anybody can lose.
Anybody can lose, but I'm saying coming out the final, it's almost a solidified team that the Lakers will go. You don't think so? You don't think it's like 90%?
He's gonna say the Nuggets, bro.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna say
God!
the
I
Nuggets.
forgot.
They the 10th seed right now, I think too.
No, we're the 5 seed. We jumped up 2 spots. Thank you.
Okay.
But I would say Clippers is looking tough and Utah's looking tough.
Utah is looking tough.
Utah could, if they keep playing consistent, they could be a sleeper team too.
I have a question real quick. Just how you, like you said, like you thought about being a PT major and how you like being in that type of environment. Can you see yourself being like a skills development coach? You know what I mean? Because like in the summertime, you like training and you giving me and Tabo some drills and all that shit, bro. So like think about that, bro. At Hoopers Rehab, you could do something with that. But it's always there. It's always opportunity for you to be doing something like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it depends on the skill level because I think for younger kids, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have the
Patience.
best patience. You know what I mean? And there's like, at some kids there, when you like try to get through them, it'll work for some kids, but it won't work for all the kids. And that's something I'm still trying to figure out because you know everybody responds in a different way. So
Facts. And if you know, I don't necessarily know Damien, but in some sort of cool way, I did grow up. I'm a bit older. But you're always, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, he was always quiet, he's always laid back. Until you get to know him, he's one funny dude. Like, I have a couple more questions if Emma didn't have a B-side to that question that he asked you.
No, go on.
All right. What is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
biggest failure,
Yes.
like my biggest failure, if I was I think throughout my entire college career, instead of learning, I memorized everything. And right now, that's actually my biggest fear entering like a professional career, is that even though I learned it by a grade, but I don't know if I'd be able to reciprocate it or create something with the knowledge that I have.
Wow. So what you're saying is you may necessarily have all the material memorized, but you may not understand what you're learning.
I think, yeah, in a sense, yes, but at the same time, pretty sure I know a lot of the material. It's just that I never had the application towards like a physical application itself. So like right now I have a senior design class and I'm trying to design a machine for my class, but I don't know how to. I understand how everything works. I just don't know how to piece everything together right now. If that makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense. What advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours?
Honestly, reading. Like I never valued reading until I really started my freshman year of college. But like even like later on in my college, college years, like sophomore, junior, I didn't read everything thoroughly. So I think if for anybody that would start, you should definitely start reading more thoroughly, read a lot more, and then try it out physically.
All right, last question. Try it out physically. What are the best resources that helped you along the way?
Best resources.
Yeah, or something that you have read or listened to you that recently inspired you, or um, something that helps you keep going, something that's a simple reminder that's specific to you.
Hmm. Um, I can't really think of something off the top of my head right now.
That's okay.
I had a question,
Um,
Vante. If
yeah,
you're
of
done
course.
asking
I'm done with
questions.
my questions.
Okay, I was gonna ask because what I remember you mentioned earlier that the friend that inspired you to start photography, I think Jawad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that, you know, in terms of money wise in the business, there's not a lot of money to be made. But I was gonna ask, do you think that you can have the ability and the confidence to make your passion of photography and videography and make that as a living with similar to your friend?
Um, honestly, honestly, I'm not really too worried about money anymore. At like in terms of photography itself, like I try to do as much. I try to do it for fun as much as possible. You know what I mean? So if I could get paid for like shooting basketball stuff, that's beautiful. But I wouldn't mind doing like a few events for the community itself. You know,
I'm saying, do you think you can make a living out of it? Like,
or living.
because I know you're in college for like, that really hard, nerdy, techie shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm in the same way, bro. I'm in a very similar field. I'm in cybersecurity. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't
Cybersecurity.
do, yeah. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, like ever since quarantine started and ever since I started taking my creativity more serious, I don't know if I could do cybersecurity for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if you feel the same. That's why I kind of want to ask you, do you think you can do you find yourself, doing photography as a living, in the future and, shit like that?
I think he's saying that the opportunity presents itself, he
Yeah,
will, but right now he's just having fun with it.
gotcha.
Yeah, I would say that. And I don't know. I want to be able to do like a lot of things. Actually, I just don't want to get into the mindset of a 9 to 5. Even though,
Oh,
there's gonna be, like people are gonna have to do it. But if I don't have to do it, and I could like make money in multiple ways, then I'd rather do that.
Facts. I can see that. Fucking nine to
I
five.
like that. I
fucking nine
like
to
that.
five. Exactly.
I
Hashtag
forgot.
hashtag fucking 95.
I forgot who said that, but everyone's stuck in like college itself is putting people stuck in a mental where they have to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of their life.
The
I
rat
Like
agree.
race.
like this. Huh?
It's called the rat race.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5, but I feel like people limit themselves so much to what they do.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like
Like,
our generation has really involved the idea of like, instead of working 95, let's work at our own time, and still have fun and do our own thing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like our generation really has
Yeah.
evolved into that type of
Yeah,
mindset.
that's facts. Like we don't go home after work and just be homebodies. Like
Like,
Tabo, you got nomadic voices going on as soon as whatever you do may and Jew Black, he may be an engineer and might have his part-time jobs, but he also has visionary vending as soon as he clock out. And Ibn as well, he just got a brand new puppy. How's your puppy, bro? I love
Good, good,
animals.
good.
That's good, bro. And he has Hoopers Rehab, who he's also in association with, but not just in association with. He's an intern, and man, I see you, man. He's promoting the brand and making sure that everybody is good. You feel me? So, and that's true. Who wants to work all day and just come home and just I just don't understand it. I just don't I like I don't like to sleep. Like honestly, I'll take naps if I have to. There's no way I'm gonna work 8 hours, 12 hours a day and not come home either to do a broadcast like I'm doing now, write a new song, write a new poem. Still gotta be a dad, still gotta be a husband, but most importantly, I gotta be the provider, you know. So man, I agree with Tabo. I think we're in a day and age where everybody has a niche. Everybody doesn't just have an Instagram. You know, there's some you're promoting something on there. You have to be. You can't just be posting like daily pictures. I'm not talking about my wife because she'd be posting pictures and now she's doing reels that's reaching 3,000 views and she's trying to get into like so like I think everybody should be doing something in their downtime to benefit them in the next 3 to 5 years right now.
That's a fact.
One more question for Dame. Do you feel like people rush their goals?
You said people rush through their goals?
Do you feel like people rush their goals?
For sure. Um, I think I think a lot of people they I mean for myself as well, I feel like people set the bar so high for themselves that they don't give themselves enough time to reach that bar. And like I know from personal experience, like I have high expectations for myself. I have like even my like closest friends, it's the same way with them. Like they said that they should have graduated like two years ago, but they're still in college. But there's nothing wrong with that, when the time when the time presents itself, and the opportunity presents itself, and if you could take it, then take it. You know,
Thanks.
life is
That's
gonna
one
pan
time.
out eventually. We still
Right.
young.
And it sucks, man. Like life, it's supposed to pan out eventually, right? We're not just revolving around the sun. We're evolving every day. We're trying to grow, and sometimes it sucks to know that, like, yo, I'm still broke. Like I have all these ambitions and goals, but yo, like we still struggling, living a paycheck to paycheck. And sometimes it's like, what's the point? What's the point of doing all this? What's the point of making music? What's the point of doing a broadcast on YouTube if only 5 people is watching right now at once? But the thing is, you just got to keep going. No one got to where they are by stopping or quitting midway. So I commend every one of you kings, and I don't say this enough on the platform, but Tabo and Damien, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are Korean, right?
No, I'm I'm
You're not
Vietnamese.
Korean. Oh, you're
I'm
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Oh yeah, because your last
Yeah.
name is Nguyen. Okay, that's right. Damn, I always thought you were Korean. Every time you was on the court with us, bro. I always thought, I always thought you was related to Tabo somehow. I'm not even gonna front. But your
Nah,
last name is
Dang,
Nguyen.
so you say all Asians look alike?
That's like
I
South
Wow.
I didn't
Vante.
say that. I didn't say that. But either way, I'm in the Asian community. My wife is Korean, and my mother-in-law, she comes over and babysits the kids whenever I need to, and when me and Daly is working forever. But just want everybody to know that I always wait to say this, but we are all kings. Damien, Jublag, Ibn, Tabo, you have your own kingdom that you're trying to thrive. You have people that's looking up to you that you have to provide for, people that come to you for guidance that you got to guide. So even that in itself is powerful. Even your puppy, Ibn, like, what's Kaisley?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaisley looks up to you for guidance. You might be a human, but when he needs to eat, you is king, bro. So like we just trying to expand our kingdom, and that's all we're trying to do. If all minds and hearts are clear, does anybody else have any more questions, any more concerns, comments?
One last question. Yo,
All
Damien,
right.
how's your dogs doing?
My dogs, yo, they're so old now, man.
They used to bite my toes, man.
They're so old, bro. They're about to turn 10 in the summer.
10.
10
Yeah,
in dog years or in human years?
human years, bro. Like it don't
Damn.
even feel like 10 years, right?
No, no. I remember when I first got them, running around
It
and
was
shit.
10 years ago. We was still in middle school. That's crazy, bro.
How much is that in dog years? Anybody know?
It's like what 70?
70. It is, bro. So it's 7 years, 7 years. I love animals. I went to animal science in Busines, for 11th and 12th grade. I went to zoology for SUNY Oswego. I interned at Utica zoos, pet stores, vet clinics. dog sitting places.
I didn't
Shout out to
know
the
that. I didn't know
Utica
that.
Zoo, man. You didn't know that?
Nah, that's the first time you told me.
Yo, I
That's the first time I heard
interned
it.
at a horse stable for from September to December in the year of 2010. There's only the black dude out there. I'm talking about on a real farm horse stable, and it was the most time ever. It was the best most time. It was the best time ever.
Oh,
You know, just
wow,
like
that's pretty cool.
cleaning
I didn't know that.
cleaning horseshoes off the or picking up the hay or feeding the chickens, and it was dope. I love animals, and I think I want to get back into that somehow, some way. Wifey is Corinne, by the way, so she don't really believe in dogs and animals in the crib, but we working on that. We working
You,
on that.
you rode a horse before?
Nah, bro. I wanted to, but
That's crazy.
my mom wouldn't sign off on it. My mom would not sign off on it. And she's like, they don't care about you. You're the only one there. If something happened to you, no one gonna find you. I want to ride a horse. Shout out to mom though, because she always looking out for the kid. But I never rode a horse. Have anybody in here rode a horse before?
Uh,
You
I
have?
think I want to though.
You did it, Ibn?
Yeah. Yeah, when I was in Mooresville. I
Really?
did.
Oh, they got a good equestrian. What do you say it? Equestrian.
I don't even know how to say it, but yeah,
Equestrian.
Why you say it like that?
You didn't like it?
No, it was fun.
Oh, okay.
The way you said it was
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
like
saying.
it
He's
kicked you or
like,
something.
oh,
Nah,
no.
it's like you would never picture me like riding a horse, so it's like
I could picture you right on.
Pause.
Oh my God. Yo.
Shouldn't be picture him riding nothing.
Exactly.
Yo.
Pause.
That's crazy.
Uh-oh. It's lagging.
That's sad.
All right. Sorry, my connection is a little unstable. All right. I don't know if you heard me, but I said you shouldn't be picturing anybody riding nothing.
No, we heard you. We heard you.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, we heard you, bro.
Y'all always
My bad.
taking things out of context, man.
You know.
Grow up.
Visionary vending. Yo, let's just take this next part. The interview is over. Let's just do shout outs and plugs. Rep your business, rep your brand. I'll go first. My name is Vante Poems, and you know what I came for. I did, yeah. And I rep PurpleHaze Nation. And make sure you guys check out my brand new song called Hate to See It. I just dropped it on Monday. We're already at 3,000 listens, or close to 3,000 listens on SoundCloud. The real music video is out now, almost at 3,000 views. I dropped that on January 1st. Business is booming. Let's do the special guest last. That way we can end the show with a boom. Let's go with Tabo.
Okay, I was just gonna say shout out to I don't think we ever shouted them out, but shout out to the Thank Incubator for providing us the space, for providing me the space when I do need to work by myself. I just come here, they gave me the key, and they also provide us a space to do our podcast. So shout out to the Thank Incubator, shout out to Ryan, and shout out to Stacy. I don't think we ever shouted them out before, but I told them about our podcast, so I just wanna shout them out real quick.
Let's go. I'm doing my own claps because my sound effects laptop died. So if y'all hear me clapping, that's me snapping. What's good, G Black?
Shout out to at Profound Printing for helping me create these masks. Shout out to Talrell for creating content for working out. I use that when I work out a little bit. Not gonna be as big as him, but it's okay.
Okay, Bob.
And shout out to all the people that are watching and that will watch in the future. Thank you.
Let's go.
You basically took all the shout outs, but yo, it's Ibn. I represent Hoopers Rehab right there and then, shout out to Dame, shout out to Visionary Vending. The runs were great. High school runs are great, and shout out for taking the pictures for the apparel. Shout out, did you shout out Eddie?
Mhm.
Shout out Midas Midi. And shout out everybody that's watching. Shout out all the future entrepreneurs, people that want to be entrepreneurs, people that are entrepreneurs, and people that want to get in tune with us.
Let's go.
Yeah, so my name is Damien. Instagram is at Dame Nguyen, Dame Nguyen, Nguyen. Shout out to Eddie Lamb. You know, that's Midas Meaty. He's gonna be the next big producer coming out of upstate, promise. Shout out to Jawad, made in New York. Denvel, you know, always pushing my creativity, and especially Nigel for giving me the opportunity to shoot all of your basketball content, you know. And that's pretty much it.
Let's go. Well, without further ado, before I say my last slogan, yo, and if y'all ever need like music in the background, because I know in those Hoopers videos, I know shout out to Full of Frames as well. I don't think anybody said him. Use Vante poems. Like you won't get copyrighted or nothing. Like you guys can use Vante poems. You won't get blocked in many countries. Yeah, you know, support me a bit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got to say. Oh, and remember,
We all kings. We all kings.
yes, go. Lego. Thank you so much, Damien, Tabo, Julius,
Appreciate you, Damien.
David. You guys
Yeah,
stay
appreciate you.
Thanks.